calculating efficiency. So our equation for efficiency is given right here. Efficiency is equal to work out divided by work in times 100%. And that's basically because we actually go ahead and convert this to a percentage because remember, efficiency is never greater than 100%. It can never be 100%. It's always less than 100%. So we convert that to a percentage, or otherwise you're always dealing with decimals. So you'd be like this one down here would actually be, instead of percent, it'd be 0.55, and that just make things weird. So let's kind of work through this example problem together. So you do 20 joules of work in pushing a crate up a ramp. If the output work from the inclined plane is 11 joules, what is the efficiency of the inclined plane? So again, efficiency is equal to work out divided by work in. And I always say 100% just instead of just 100. So that way you know this is where your unit comes from right here. So work out in this case is 11. So here's our work output. Then our work input is right here. So our work in is 20 joules. And if you take 11 divided by 20, you get 0.55. And you multiply that by 100 and you get 55%. Okay? So that's one way to calculate these. Now, I don't know if any of the examples, the problems actually give you a percentage, but sometimes they will. So maybe you were told that you have an inclined plane with an efficiency of 55%, and you have to put 20 joules worth of work in. And then how much work would you get out of that? Okay, so you'd set this up the same way. So efficiency equals work out divided by work in times 100%. And you plug in what you do know. So you know 55%. You do not know the work out. You do know the work in is 20 joules. And you know this is times 100%. Don't forget that, or it will not work out. So you could start off by getting rid of the 100%. So you could divide this side by 100%. Cancels out the 100%. Divide this side by 100%. Your units cancel out. You're left with 0.55 equals W out over 20 joules. Then multiply both sides by 20. Okay, gets 20 joules to cancel out here. You're left with 11 joules over here. So 20 times 0.55 is 11. And that gives you your work output. Okay. Now, if they gave you a similar problem where they gave you the output work and not the input work, it'd be the same thing. Say 50% equals, say, 11 joules on the top of the equation. Divided by work in times 100%. Again, don't forget the 100%. Actually, it should be 55, not 50. I don't know where I got. Let's change that real quick. Okay. So then you divide both sides by 100. Units cancel here. The 100% cancels here. Again, this gives you 0.55, 11 joules over work in. Now you can multiply both sides by work in. Then divide both sides by 0.55. So what you end up with is work in is equal to 11 joules over 0.55, and you take 11 divided by 0.55, and you should get 20 joules. Okay, so again, our equation over here is efficiency. So efficiency is equal to work out divided by work in times 100%.